Hey guys, it's Beefy Blocks, back at you with another video. Today we're going to be looking at this massive castle. You can see it on the map. It's huge. I mean, not as big as that Sky Island thing, but there's walls and stuff, so it has more total blocks. I'm going to use the railway to get there. Now, I've had people say that this is a cheated world because a lot of my tools are full durability. But the thing is, you can use mending, so that when you get XP orbs, it heals your armor's durability. And as you can see, mending is on everything, legitly everything. Like, all my armor has it, all my tools have it, like everything has mending on it. So that's how a lot of my stuff is full durability. I seized the pigman farm, healed up. But anyways, look at all those pumpkins. Ton of pumpkins. And you can get right into this. I used this as a farm in the early days of the map. Because if you didn't know, mobs can't spawn on mushroom islands. So it was a perfect spot to have a farm. That way you could farm it without sleeping. That was before phantoms would come and beat you up if you didn't sleep. Gotta sleep so the creepers don't get me. But yeah, I got like trees, I got all the different, the old types of crops. Carrots, potatoes, and wheat. Melon, pumpkin, sugarcane. I mean, I got a ton of stuff. I got the netherwort, like cocoa beans. Like, this is a stacked island. It's very vital for the beginning of this map. If you come over here, there's like a witch hut, like a witch doctor hut. There's like these little beds made of the mushroom pieces. That just has random stuff in it that I was using to build, but you got the bookshelves. Got the fireplace and the magma block, so it looks like a little piece of charcoal came out. Hot coal came out of the fireplace. Yeah, it's a very, very cool little thing there. That's an elytra launcher. If you go back up to the top of the island here, and go straight into you can see the scale of this build, all made in survival. And you're going to notice, like, the gold and the diamond, that was all legitly, like, obtained. The gold, obviously, that massive gold farm, that was in episode 1, helped provide the gold. And the diamonds, just a lot of mining, a lot of strip mining, a lot of just going in caves. And, yeah, that's how you get a lot of wealth. Oh, yeah, and the lapis, you can dig at Y level 13. You need to get a ton of lapis ore. And if you use fortune, you can get up to half a stack of lapis from one ore. So these gates actually close. You click the button and they close. Click this button, they open. So you can actually like trap people in here. You can go in the door. You can activate both of them, so if someone was in there, they get stuck in there, and you question them, and they can't hide anywhere from the bow. And you can go up here. Go onto the walls. Look down at people if you don't want them even entering your kingdom. But yeah, let's get on to the buildings. You can see all the like mushrooms, all custom made. And here's like the poor man's little shack. You can see the bed sheets are all nasty. They haven't been cleaned in a long time. That's why they're brown. If you go in here, they have a little bit of bread, but it's stale bread they got from out back behind the bakery. I mean, they can't even afford like a fireplace. even though that's coal blocks, but you know, ignore that. Patchy floor, boarded up windows, leaves for a chimney. I mean, they don't even have steps on the roof. It's just, yeah, it's real bad. And then you have the baker's house, which you can see the nice bricks around the fireplace, nice stone brick floor, the panes, the nice burners on top of furnaces, and go in here, there's all the ingredients to make pumpkin pie. There's a couple pumpkin pies over here. You got the books, all the recipe books, very fancy bed sheets, stairs on top of the roof, and you have the chimneys. Actually, it's like a really nice chimney. You can see the smoke with the cobwebs. It's real nice. And you have the end rods hanging from the mushrooms to provide light. Now, at night, this place does fill up with mobs, but it helps a little bit than the end rods do. So, you go in here, it's like the barracks. So, each one of these beds would be like a soldier. Soldier would sleep here. And, yeah, they'd cook, they catch like a cow or something, cook it over the fire. You need people to protect your kingdom. Also get overrun by raiders. They'll get pillaged. Here's an emerald ore getting melted in the forge. The blacksmith shop in here. You have diamond armor, gold armor, iron armor, and the recipe for emerald armor if it was ever a thing, which it won't be because, you know, the netherite armor is coming instead, which I'm excited for. More books, because knowledge is power. Flick this little redstone thing, it makes that, like, change. It's kind of pointless, but obviously a blacksmith has to swing that hammer all day. You know, he eats a lot of food, so if you look in here, he's got a ton of food he bought from the bakery. And he's going to summon a wither, because he doesn't feel like he gets paid enough. Onwards. You have like these dummies that you can hit with the sword. Practice swinging. Swing towards the middle, because that's where the player hitbox would be. Or mob hitbox. And here you have little archery targets. You can practice your archery. You know. And do that, and then when you pick it up, it kind of spazzes. There's a little garden. I mean, every castle needs a garden. You got the fountain, little bench. You can deceive people in here. Spread lies about the king. Very good fountain. Here's the bathhouse, because you don't want diseases going around in your kingdom. It's got the fresh water going in. And it looks like it leads straight into the ocean, but it's actually glass. But it's a very cool effect because of all the jack-o'-lanterns I put underneath the water, so you can like just see right through it. Fresh water flowing in. Little towel racks. My swag mushroom. Basically showing off how many diamonds I have. How rich I am. And the gold doesn't really mean anything. Because, you know, I eat gold. Here's a bakery. Well, the bakery. You got the soup. Mushroom stew, beetroot soup, and rabbit stew. You got all the meat. All the cod and chicken. Stuff like that. All the, like, vegetables, fruits and vegetables. And all the sweets. There's some, like, creative names in here, like caramel apple and jawbreaker. And each one of these music discs makes fun of a bad game. Well, in my opinion, a bad game. Call of Duty Ghosts, Fallout 76, which is a little bit better now, but it's still kind of trash. No Man's Sky, Fortnite. For obvious reasons, Fortnite's bad. They got the particles, so it looks like the sink is, running. Got the faucet on. All the smoke from the room is going up to the big chimney. Got the little tables, clay floor. You go in here, there's like the main dining hall. This is where like the king and the noblemen would eat and all that. All the peasants eat outside. It's supposed to be like stew. There's like cake and stew. There's supposed to be like plates. In either soup or like beer mug. You can decide. Oversized tables for an oversized chair. That's because the room is oversized, but I feel like the table is it looks very good for its size. Here's the throne. Gold throne. And if you didn't figure this out by now, I am the king. That King Toad on his throne. You got the lapis in the floor, like the cool design, all leading out from the middle. It's very nice. And you look underneath here, you have the iron trap doors, which is very expensive for, such a small effect, but I have way too many resources on this map, so, what are you going to do? Black glass, so you can see the sky, but it doesn't rain in here. And you sleep again, make sure stuff doesn't spawn. Onto the king's quarters. Running a big loop. It's kind of hidden, but not really. And you'll find the court steps. Very fancy. I had to drain this whole thing. And once again, the pattern leading up to the middle. He's got his own personal cook down here, and he's hogging all the food. Look at all this. That's just disgusting. He takes all the food from everyone else. Look at all the sweets. Like King Toad's favorites. Like, what the hell? He took all of it. Look how many caramel apples. Like, who needs that many caramel apples? Like, he took all the meat too. Look at that. He's got all the food. Well, there's people starving. He's got all the music too. Oversized bed. Nice king bed with the leaves. And its own personal little dining area. You can bring like a few people down here if he wants to. Have a chat with them. He's got his cake. Here's the king's armor. Royal Toad's armor. Royal King Toad's armor. Toad's royal armor. Got the chain and the diamond. And here's all the artifacts from the map. So we got Wender's Stick. Lucky Chicken. You Can't Live With Me, which is a book I made that I gave the new players, basically telling them to find their own plot. Auto Bread, it was the first bread I got from the automatic wheat farm. Wishbone. Scrambled eggs, it was from my pet chicken that went into the nether and died, but laid an egg before it burned to death. Map Zeros is the first map I ever spawned with. Mufasa's Gift. Lost at Sea. Cadbury's cookie. Someone gave me a cookie. Oh, Cadbury gave me a cookie. And I thought it was kind of weird how he did that. So I put it in a frame. Get Trolled Scrub was my first sword. This was my second sword. Get Destroyed Noob. Bam Boobs. Some little kid named it that. Spider-Man. It's for collecting cobwebs. Booster. This was back during the days when you use a punch to bow to boost yourself instead of rockets with elytra. Breaks like butter. This was a test I did where I was wondering if like mending gold would be better than diamond, and it wasn't, because even with a ton of XP bottles, you only can dig like 40 blocks before the golden pickaxe starts breaking. Then up here there was room for expansion, but you know, sadly it'll never be filled because this map is going to be left behind on this version. This is the King's Chambers. You go up here. I forgot to mention the balcony, which is right here. There's, yeah, you can like spectate over the whole thing. I mean, you can really see the floor pattern from here, and it looks really cool. There's also like the outline of the blue. And if I get into the towers, there's actually stuff up in the towers too. Stuff like mobs, apparently. Better not be a creeper. Nope. Okay. You go up this fancy staircase. And up here, there's like a spot for 6 soldiers. I think that's like a strength spot in there. Like Medicine Bay. And then you can go look at all these. I can't remember what's in all of them, but I know there's something different in each one. Better not be more mobs. This is like a prison with my pet creeper who's called Ben Solo. I think it actually was for the... Yeah, it's an armory actually. It's got like all the weapons and... Go in here, yeah, armor. I think it's just armor from like a mob dropper. And if you go over here, something in here too. See what's in here. Oh, this is, what is this? This is like a resting hall. It's kind of like the injured thing, but just you come here and you sleep. I think that one was for actual players. I think I came from that way. If you come over here, you can see the final one, which I cannot remember what it is. Let's see, what is it? It's a meeting hall. You can tell I built it a long time ago just by the, like, style. Got, like, food, like, refreshments. Just come here and you meet, talk, discuss the future plans. And yeah, that's the end of this episode. If you enjoyed, subscribe and tune into the next part.